a jolt and then you'll die.
Hello everyone, Marumi here, and today we are checking out Crocodile, Crocodile Maiden at the End of the World. Let's get right into it. Start game. Okay, our creator's note. This is an event-exclusive Steam demo teaser. We put a lot of time and effort in this version, but we're willing to put even more. The content in the final version of this visual novel may be different and will be updated to deliver the best experience we'll be able to provide. Awesome. Enter your first name. I'll just go with the channel name. Can't see my keyboard because I've got ambience on. A boy? We'll go with I'm a boy. I am a boy. Or male. I wake up to a fairly loud metallic clang. My sleepy brain immediately brings up a memory of construction workers that were loudly digging something right beneath my window. Gotta go tell them to get lost. You can't just break into people's houses in the middle of the night. My body is still numb and tingles because of sleeping in a bad posture, but annoyance helps me to peel my face off the sofa somehow. The clang repeats. Suddenly, my stomach shrinks into a heavy, cold lump. I finally realize I'm sitting in a dark, empty apartment. It is supposed to be empty, at least. There can't be anyone besides me here, and definitely no construction workers. Maybe it was just my imagination. Maybe I should pinch myself. I'm about to do exactly that when I hear something again. The sound became more quiet, and slightly changed, but now I'm sure I didn't imagine it. Trying my best to hold my breath, I sneak up to the kitchen table and take the largest knife. What the hell am I going to do with it? I should have taken something smaller. Or rather, I should have taken the keys, quietly fled outside, and called for help. All these thoughts are swarming in my head, but I keep walking towards the sound. A huge knife in hand, like a character in a horror B-movie. It's just ridiculous. B-movies tend to be like that. I stop in my tracks to catch a breath and take a listen again, hoping I won't hear anything. But I do. The noise comes from the bathroom. Of course, where else would it come from? What would I find in there? A barrage of the wildest assumptions rushes through my head, including aliens or giant rats or zombies. What would I do if there's a zombie inside? I gulp down the absent saliva. Where do you gulp down absent saliva? Then on the exhale, I turn the doorknob. You can't turn on a doorknob. Then I smash the light switch, channeling the entirety of my own gamer reflexes into a single motion. The ruthless bright yellow light is flooding the bathroom, blinding me for a brief moment. Clink. I thought it made that noise. The knife hits the floor and flies somewhere under the sink. My jaw would have followed suit if Mother Nature hadn't firmly attached it in place. I was ready to run into the burglars, zombies, aliens. I was even ready to find my stepsister, who suddenly decided to secure her lingerie from perverts in the dead of night. Instead, I find a tail. a thick green tail covered in large scales that sinks out from behind the bath curtain. Is this a horror game? Such a tail could belong to a massive lizard, but I'm almost sure I haven't locked up any dinosaurs in my bathroom. Never know. I bore the tail with my gaze, but it doesn't move. Then what's it doing? Is this some stupid prank? Or rather, without taking my eyes off the tail, I find the knife under the sink and slowly creep forward. Then, driven by a sudden impulse, I yank the curtain aside. My gaze meets another pair of eyes, shiny, round, and wide open, with vertical slit pupils. It's alive. For a moment, I'm dumbstruck, but only for a moment. Ah! It's a goddamn crocodile. I scream, as you would. I'm out of breath. Instead of actively defending itself, my body decides to freeze. It's over now. I squeeze my eyes shut and prepare for the inevitable. Heartbeat pulses in my throat. Echoes of the scream still ring in my ears. I hear something else, but I can't discern what exactly. And then, a familiar metallic clang, this time a loud one. I warily and slowly open one eye. Just one eye. And it's got clothes on, that's good. He's crying. The creature in the bathtub doesn't move. That's how it seems to me at first. Is it shivering? A sob? Is it crying? Startled, I open both eyes. Now I can finally see my unexpected guest. A female guest, to be precise. Kinda obvious there. Right before me is a girl with long golden hair and a crocodile tail. I wouldn't say it's golden. The girl pulls the tail closer, trying either to hide it or to hide behind it, and sobs again. Plop, plop. Several heavy drops shatter against the bottom of the bath. For some reason, it brings me back to the time when your parents just got married and me and Marumi spent time at her relative's place in the countryside. It was a rainy summer. The low-hanging, laden sky was shedding exactly the same kind of drops right before a day-long downpour would start. Plop, plop, plop. A silly situation. A really, really silly one. I don't understand what's going on anymore. What should I do? How do I make it stop? Ahem. I lean a bit forward. Don't come any closer. A teal blur whizzes past me. It reeks of alpine meadows fiercely. What? Oh! I reel in pain and surprise. A new projectile hits me squarely in the forehead, and then bounces off the floor with a metallic clang. Guess I'm getting used to it already. A bottle of hairspray, wind resistance up 25 miles per hour, rolls onto the sink with a malevolent rumble. Take that! Volleys of Provence, lavender, and vervain chase their mark. But I already figured out the rules of this game. and gradually retreat to the door. Of course, my dearest sister has left behind a whole army of vials and flasks, the purpose of which can't be surmised by imperfect human mind. And I didn't want to have anything to do with it, so I just left stuff laying around as it was. Yet my visitor immediately got what's what. Now she was almost infinite stock of ammo. Oh, leave me be. An almond second bath bomb aims me right in the eye. Almond scented. I could read. I can. I dodged to the side, but slip on an ultra-nourishing hair mask, 40% more moisturizing, and barely managed to grab onto the door. Wonder just how I haven't smashed my head against the tiles. What's wrong with you? What did I ever do to you? Stop it right now. No, you stop it. I didn't rush at you weapon in hand. What are you blubbering about, you nutter? No answer, just some more tubes flying my way. And all I can actually do is try to get cover somehow. Do you really Suddenly it occurs to me. I'm holding onto the door with my left hand, while my right one is still clenching the knife. So when I tried to approach, she probably thought, it's not what you think. I can explain. I throw the knife away and show an empty hand. A decent attempt, but I don't seem to get anywhere. My opponent laid an ambush behind the curtain and won't even show a tip of her tail out. I wonder how she figures out where to throw the bottles. Are those some predator instincts at work? Murderer. Pervert. I wasn't trying to kill you in the first place. Wait, and why am I a pervert? What are those groundless allegations? For a moment, a reddened face peeks out from behind the curtain. Ooh, ooh. I saw that look on your face when you were staring at me. I wasn't staring at you. Or rather, of course I was staring, but not like that. And now you think I should have and how do you think I should have even stared at you? You have a goddamn tail. How am I supposed to react to a fat crocodile tail in my bathtub? Oh, my tail is just fine. Yeah, it's a mistake. I shouldn't have mentioned the tail. Judging by the girl's voice, she's about to break out into tears again. Or she's about to off me. Or both, in no particular order. I managed to slip away from the room and take cover behind the door. Just in time to face a new attack. Countless tubes and bottles barrage against the door. If I intend to survive this war, I need to change the tactics. I poke my head out of the cover. Listen, I have no intention to do you harm. I even threw away the knife. See for yourself. Seems like I'm getting some progress after all. The curtain rustles and the girl peeks from her hideout warily. Alright, easy now. I don't want to scare you, and I didn't want to offend you. It was just awkward phrasing on my side. All tales are beautiful in their own way. I just got a little intimidated by the size of yours. So No. That's not it. The girl swings another flask, and I utter the first thing that comes to my mind. My name's Omen, and you? A hand with the bottle stops mid-air. The girl hesitates and shuffles in place. Ooh? Her shoulders slouch. The girl looks down and slowly twirls the hefty bottle she was going to hurl at me. My name? I can barely make out what she's saying. My name? Lily. Suddenly, Lily raises her head and looks at me with a happy smile. Yep, she's totally nuts. Abrupt mood swings are a sure tell. Abrupt mood swings are a sure tell a person has gone bonkers, as I once read somewhere. But then again, it's midnight or something. There's a person with a crocodile tail in my bathtub, and I'm pondering on her mental health. Maybe it's me who's gone bonkers. Lily gives me no room to develop this idea any further. I'm tired. When will you send me to sleep? The girl squats down and rubs her eyes, holding onto the side of the bathtub. Send you to sleep? Why am I supposed to do it? Lily blinks her round green eyes several times, looking quite perplexed. Isn't it night already? A good question. I look out of the window. The skies seem to get brighter, but there's still night to be. But there still might be a slim chance for me to catch a good sleep. Well, yes, technically. And nights are meant for sleeping, right? You need to replenish your stamina regularly, or the stress hormone, cortisol, will build up in your blood. In longer perspective, sleep deprivation can lead to dementia. This explains quite a lot, if you think of it. Can't argue with that, I guess. A spark runs through my sleepy brain, exhausted by sudden happenings. Right, wait a sec. So, alright. But how did you get into my house? Sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Lily sways in place a little bit and keeps whining, completely ignoring all my words. My patience runs out. Listen, since you're on my territory now, you'll have to play by my rules. You broke into my house, ruined my bathroom, and almost caved my skull in with a face-washing foam bottle. And I almost got a stroke from a single glance at your tail. I wouldn't go there. Even through my annoyance, I realize that it's not something I should say out loud. You owe me a couple of answers, don't you think? Either speak up or go rampage in someone else's flat. Somewhere far away from here. Lily halts and stares at me, eyes wide open. Just like when I approached her with a knife. Was I too harsh? Most likely. Good job on pressing a being that's freaked out already, dude. I should probably apply for a compassion and hospitality award or something. Listen, Fine. Huh? Fine. I will answer your stupid questions. But if you decide to pull something, I'm armed. Lily keeps her eyes on me and gets a better grip on the bottle she hasn't parted with. I step a bit further away, just in case. Oof. Okay, let's see. Who are you? I've put effort into finding words for a simple question that was bouncing in my head from the very beginning. Who are you exactly? I'm a girl. I see. In case that wasn't obvious. That's pretty obvious. I mean, well, how should I bring up the tail problem without hurting her feelings? Lily seems to be reading my mind. Ooh, it's about my tail, isn't it? I flinch and instinctively cover my head. Lily looks away, defiantly, and pretends she's totally interested in the ceramic tiles on the wall. Time to time, she glances at me from beneath her eyelashes. Have you ever seen anyone like me? No, actually, I haven't. Not in the real world, at least. Lily immediately forgets she's holding a grudge. She leans forward and curiously looks me in the eyes, tilting her head. Not in the real one? Then in which one? Well, in movies, games, and also books. I think I've read something quite similar in a few books. Show me. Whoa, easy. I still haven't figured out what to make of all this. Uru? Fine then. It's not like I'm interested. At all. I sigh in relief, but almost immediately realise that my question remains unanswered. Well, back to my initial question. I belong to a biological species. Crocodilia sapiens homomorpha, meaning sentient crocodiles from human morph superorder. I can read. Is this what you wanted to know? Probably? Oh boy. Can't say I got any clarifications. I mean, I formally did, but go. How is this situation getting even more confusing no matter what I do? It's okay. Huh? Lily wraps both her hands around the bottle she's still holding and gives me a serious look. You think I'm weird, don't you? Ooh. It's fine. Parents say I'm special. Yeah, that's what they tend to do. At least until you become a disappointment. Just look at this. Parents are parents no matter if you're a human or a sentient bipedal crocodile. What if her father is prone to telling dad jokes? Ooh. Hope they won't be disappointed because I left. I'm going to come back. I just want to understand why would I have to? Never mind. Why would you have to? What? Lily silently shakes her head. Looks like I won't get an answer right now, so I might be better to change the subject. Yeah, how did you get in here? How in the world did you get here? I immediately recall numerous urban legends about crocodiles in the sewers. You didn't climb out of the toilet, did you? What? No. Oh, all gods be praised. I barely hold back a sigh of relief. The paths from the sewers are numerous, you know. Guess I'm about to choke on air. Never thought that was a thing. She's saying all this in such a prideful manner or something. You couldn't get inside from the washing machine, could you? Through the window. Huh? The window. Lily points at the half-open window silently. And I was thinking, why the hell do we need such large windows in the bathroom? Now it's clear. Precisely large enough for stray crocodiles to climb in. Hold up, we're on the second floor. Can you also fly? Lily gives me a strong gaze with a serious and a bit pitiful look on her face. I don't think my body is fit for flight without auxiliary devices. It would be counter to all the known laws of physics. Then how is it possible? I just saw an open window and climbed in. There are protruding stones on the wall and a pipe near the window. Nothing too difficult, almost. Lily glances aside and looks embarrassed. It took a little effort. I was a bit stuck. The girl raises the arm of her garment and stares in confusion at the bruise on her stomach. Only now do I notice she's dressed in something reminiscent of a hospital gown. Ooh, it stings. I'm overwhelmed by a vague feeling of unease. No idea why, but I shut the window and draw the curtains. Has anybody seen you? No. I don't think so. Ooh, most likely. And where do you come from? Ooh? From the window, I told you. Do you have memory problems? You probably like vitamin B complex vitamins. Or, Not in that sense. Where do you come from originally? Like, where have you left from? Escaped? I mean, where were you before you got underground? Uwu? I don't know. Not sure. I kind of always was there. Lily looks confused or even lost. Then she looks at me hopefully. Could I always be there? Underground? Is it normal? Seems like she actually thinks I might know the answer. I'm at a loss. I don't know. But at least you're not a zombie that came for my toilet paper. Ooh. Toilet paper? Oh boy, here we go. I silently pull up a spare roll and demonstrate to Lily. To my surprise, she reaches out for it. With a sigh, I part with the most precious resource of modern times. Yeah. Lily touches the roll carefully and then suddenly rubs it on her cheek. Soft. Did I miss something? May the toilet paper be more than meets the eye? Is it possible everyone is obsessed with it for a good reason, and I am but a fool blind to the truth? Parting with the roll, Lily looks at me with curiosity. Why do zombies want toilet paper? How do I know? I mean, you seem to like it for whatever reason. Maybe they do too. Then it comes to me. About that. You know how to use it, don't you? It's, for... Lily puffs up and blushes a bit. Ooh. I know perfectly well. I've just never seen it before. So, just to sum it up, I have a sentient crocodile in my apartment that speculates about the laws of physics, but never saw any toilet paper. Ah, okay. Alright then. Do you, know your parents well? Lily frowns. I'm not sure. It's hard to remember them all. I've only seen most of them once or twice, a long time ago. Most of them? Ooh. More than 80%. They total to about 100. 100? Yep. Is there something wrong? Is it not enough? Do you have more of them? Just 2. But you know, sometimes that's already too much. Lily nods thoughtfully. Meanwhile, I get enlightened. Let me guess, your parents wear white coats? Ooh? How do you know? I think it's my intuition. Uh-oh. Seems like I'm in shit. A deep one to be precise. I have answered your questions. Will you take me to bed now? Every answer Lily gave just multiplied my questions, and I feel like I haven't even started asking them. But there's one thing I can't argue with. Dwelling on this right now is pointless. I'm barely conscious after all. I had to go through this night. Or rather, barely alive. And I don't even know what Lily herself had to go through. Well, except for the window part. But there's one thought that stops me from simply accepting the situation as it is. I've watched too much sci-fi throughout my life. I know too well where this is going. If the government is actually breeding catgirls and crocodiles in secrecy, they wouldn't want to part with the fruit of their labour so easily. Somebody will be looking for you, right? I think so, yes. And I will get in trouble, right? No? I mean, I don't know. Ooh. I never went out before, but I left a note. I want to explore the outside world. It's just for a couple of days, and then I will go back. I promise. Please, let me stay. Suddenly, Lily's huge eyes appear right in front of me. Pressing ever closer to me, she continues chattering super fast, slowing down only for the uru part. I can't make out a single word. Despite several layers of clothes separating us, I feel her body heat. My breath catches in my throat. I will regret it. Uru? No, that's not right. Like it or not, I'm staying here. Lily doesn't notice anything. She dashes back faster than I manage to realize and assumes a combat stance. She's probably doing her best to make that little face of hers as warlike as possible. I will totally regret it. I silently open my mouth several times, like a fish washed ashore. Bit of a tongue twister. Damn. Okay, Lily. You can stay. Uwu? If I chase her out, I doubt Lily will just walk back to where she came from. Who knows what trouble she will get into next. Someone could actually harm her. And, well, I imagine she would probably cause some harm too. If she stays with me, I can at least keep the mayhem in check. Probably. My common sense is positive. I'm just trying to find justifications for another one of my stupid decisions. Anyways, what's done is done. But you should behave. Give me that thing. I stretch my palm out, looking at Lily's weapon. The girl is still for quite a few moments, but finally hands me the bottle. Well, seems like I won't be bludgeoned to death with a shampoo. Good for me, I guess. How much is a shampoo bottle? I glance at my trophy, a bath and shower gel. Speaking of which, so you came from the sewers, right? Lily squints at me suspiciously. Uwu, what are you getting at? Before you go to bed, you should wash yourself. Uwu, no way. Looks like you're... Hold on. Looks like our shaky piece is in danger. Once again. Don't worry, I'm not going to participate. No. No. Uwu. But... Uwu. If you keep on wailing like a fire alarm, the neighbors will call the police right now. And they'll lock us both up. Uwu. Lily impatiently wraps herself in bath curtain and keeps on wailing, but at a notably lower volume. In this outfit, she resembles a super pissed off caterpillar. Listen, it's not up for discussion. You want to sleep inside, you get clean first. Even at the best of times, I wouldn't have let you fall into my apartment right out of a sewer pipe. And given recent events, it's totally not an option, like at all. The sewers are kind of tidier, you know. Uwu. When I was trying to get inside this large white thing, I almost twisted my ankle. Care to explain why the floor is so stiff? I can feel my ears flaring up. This is a different matter. Don't change the subject. What's her problem? Listen, I don't understand. Aren't you a half crocodile and so on? I thought crocodiles love hanging out in the water. The whole curtain notably quivers. Don't tell me you're afraid of the water. Ooh. I'm not afraid of anything. The curtain curls even tighter. Lily, please. You promised to behave. I didn't promise anything. Oof. Seems like I actually didn't know what I'm getting myself into. There's nothing scary about taking a bath. Damn, you're already sitting in the bathtub for an hour. If there was water in there, you could have... If there was water in there, you could have get all clean for like 3 times now. Suddenly, a disheveled head appears from the curtain cocoon. Got clean? Right here? She scowls at me, then looks around with dubious eyes. This doesn't look like a sanitation pod. Right, because it's a bathtub. Humans usually wash themselves in it. Ooh, bathtub? Lily leaves her shelter and looks around with curiosity, as if she sees everything for the first time. Crouching down, she touches the bottom of the tub with her hand. Wet. So that's why it's wet. Alright, I agree. But, I want you to stay with me. Is that it? I sigh in relief. Of course. I don't have much choice, really, as I live here after all. Do your thing and I'll go fetch some big towels in the meantime. You need one. No. I want you to help me. What? You don't want to help? No, damn. Alright, I get it. I'll stay here and help you. Ew. Yeah, I definitely didn't know what I'm getting myself into. Not in the slightest. I don't know what this is. Following scenes are similar in nature and can cause dangerous heart rate increase. I'll be sure to show them in the full version. But for now, we must ask our readers to foster their bodies and spirits, and also to add Crocodile to their Steam wish list. In the meantime, we kindly invite you to enjoy this nice boat. That is a nice boat, not gonna lie. I guess that's it. That was Crocodile. So we're gonna end it there, naturally, because end of the game. But I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Yeah. Bye now.